Alright, well, when we bought this house, the seller told us that in the disclosure statement, talking about how he thought there were some field mice or something. So we weren't sure what that meant. We ended up getting a pest control guy to come over here and to come check it out, and he told us it was gophers, so we knew right away it was okay and that the field mice weren't going to be a problem. But then it's like, okay, we got some gophers to take care of. As you can see here, we've got gopher holes just kind of all over the place. Got some bigger ones over here. You can see that, some holes. So actually I'm planning on getting a rototiller tomorrow, and just gonna kind of go through and even out the backyard a little bit, and hopefully I can kind of fill in some of these gopher holes because we want to lay down some grass. And I don't know if you can tell in the video, but the backyard is super bumpy and just really uneven, and so it doesn't really make sense to put down some grass until we make it a little bit more even. This is where we're planning on putting the grass, at least in this area. Put down these stakes the other day just to kind of map out where we want to put down the grass and where I want to use the tiller tomorrow. So, but in the meantime, since I'm getting the tiller tomorrow, we had a little gopher hole pop up, so I'm going to be taking care of that. When I first discovered that we had gophers here, I wanted to go the gopher trap route. I figured that would be, well, I don't know, instead of getting the pest control guys or whatever to do some gopher traps. So anyway, I tried doing the gopher traps, but it was it just didn't go very well. I did it about 2 or 3 times. Wasn't very successful though, unfortunately. I put these gopher traps down into the hole, dug a hole, and then you put the chain there and with the stake, and that way they can't run away once they get trapped. Alright, so I think a little demonstration is in order. So when you open it up like this, and the jaws open up like that, you set it here, and then it's ready to go. From there, you just kind of put it into the hole with the flap facing out of the hole. And the idea is that when the gopher comes along to inspect what the heck is in his hole, he goes like this, and it catches him. And he's not getting out. What ended up happening was that every time I put the trap into the hole, they would just fill up the hole from their side, and then it would just be a big dirty mess. So anyway, these traps, I don't know, maybe other people have had better success with them, but after 2-3 attempts, I just kind of gave up because it wasn't really going anywhere. So now, my preferred method to get rid of the gophers without calling the pest control is to use these little smoke bombs. I don't really know if they work. I mean, I assume they do because I've put them into the ground, and then, at least in different parts of the yard, after I put them down, the gopher holes haven't appeared afterwards. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess no holes are good holes, if that makes any sense. So yeah, this one is the new one from last night, or this morning, or whenever they do their thing. I mean, like I said, I don't know if this method works. It's only one way to really find out. I mean, I guess you could dig into the hole and see if you find the carcass or whatever you want to call it. And if you see that there, then that would give you some evidence. I mean, for all I know, you dig the holes open, and then even though there's still some gopher action, maybe they're jumping around the yard and doing new things. I don't know. Alright, so I think I've discovered which way the little tunnel goes. At least when I'm sticking this in, this is kind of as far as I'm comfortable to kind of put my hand in. And we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm gonna stick the little smoke bomb in, and if no more holes pop up around it, then I guess it worked. Then you gotta cover it. So yeah, there we go. I mean, just gotta kind of cover that up a little bit, and I guess it's working. I don't know. At least the smoking's already started. I don't see any smoke coming out otherwise, so I guess we just wait from here, and if we see any more holes pop up, then it didn't work, and if we don't, then it did. I mean, I'm convinced that this whole backyard is just riddled with holes and tunnels. I mean, it's pretty common for us to be walking around, and if you're just standing in one place for too long, then your foot will just sink into the ground. Even right here, I think this was one of them where I was just standing, and then my foot just sunk in. So we have had a lot of rain recently, so it's been making the ground a lot softer. That's been playing in our favor because usually this ground is super dry and super compact. So with me getting the tiller, that's going to help out a lot. At least that's the hope. So we'll find out tomorrow if I can get the rental. Just want to kind of show you a little, just what the backyard looks like, you know, before we do much more with it. You know, definitely when we came here, I don't know, I guess not much has changed. There were 3 bushes over here. You can see that, I mean, they were there, but I took them out in preparation for us to do some sort of landscaping. Definitely over here in this section of the yard, I'm hoping to do some garden boxes or something. Would love to do some sort of little greenhouse type thing. I don't know, but whatever. You can kind of see here from the house all the way here over to the stake. That's where we want to go, the grass to go, and then you can kind of see the stakes from there. Kind of show it, give us a good area for grass. At least that's the plan. When I first moved in, we called the utility guys to come in to spray the different utility lines, so you can see the remnants from that. That was a couple months ago, but you can kind of see those red lines there. I think that's the power, the electricity. I mean, it would make sense. It's coming from the that hideous box back here. And so the plan, at least based on where the utility lines are, we're going to be putting down the grass inside where the utility lines are. Over here we've got the red lines, which was the electricity. Over here you can kind of see the remnants of the yellow, which I believe is gas, and that goes all the way to the meter there. So the grass line will be on the inside of that. And then on this side over here you can see the remnant of the orange. I don't know if you can see that very well, but take my word for it, there is orange there. And so the orange here you can kind of see from there all the way over there. Luckily where we want to put grass will be on the outside of that too. So pretty much at this point we're going to be putting grass down. At least we plan to put grass down, and it shouldn't be on top of any of the utility lines. So that's good. You're being responsible, right? That's what it's all about. So I'm getting the tiller mostly. I mean, you know, I don't know if this yard's ever been tilled before, but doing that because I've got a pickaxe and a shovel, and I was kind of leveling out here. You can kind of see it wasn't as low there as it is now. You can kind of see from the cement there. I kind of lowered it down, and I figured it'd be a lot easier if I could just till it and then kind of go from there. Really, for the most part, it's to get rid of all this yucky grass, you know, and the weeds and whatnot. I mean, who knows? I can't remember what kind of grass it is, but it's pretty invasive, and we probably won't get rid of it entirely, and that's okay. But you know, the main idea is that we can get rid of most of it if we can, and then lay down some sod and hopefully start anew and have a somewhat functional backyard for the family. So instead of me breaking my back and using a shovel and pick for the entire backyard, you know, gonna get the tiller, and hopefully that can kind of break up the ground, and probably still be using the shovel and the pickaxe, but at least the hope is that it'll be a lot easier since the ground will already be broken up, and I can kind of get rid of some of the grass and whatnot. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes.